on, from the miseducation of Lauryn Hill to the incarceration of Lauryn Hill. The 8-time Grammy winner was sentenced to 3 months in prison after pleading guilty to failing to file tax returns between 2005 and 2007. During that time, she earned $1.8 million, mostly through royalties. I live very modestly in comparison to the amounts of money I made for these institutions, she told the judge, apparently referring to record labels, agents, and managers. Someone did the math. It came to around $600 million. I sit here before you trying to figure out how to pay a tax debt. If that's not likened enough to slavery, I don't know. Her attorney, Nathan Hochman, insists the singer has been treated unfairly.
Well, I think that the government has let a number of celebrities off and never criminally prosecuted them, Willie Nelson being at least one example.
Hill's tax troubles are the latest.
These types of events always overwhelms me because without the power of God behind everything I do, I really am completely inadequate. I fumble. I always drop the ball. Every time I try to prepare something, you know, I stutter, I stumble, and, you know, what I say is of no effect. But what I found is that every time that I pray before I speak and I ask God for the confidence in that He be glorified in everything that I say and everything that I do, for some reason, words just come out of my mouth. So please don't be convinced by what people say. I'm not brilliant. I'm not a genius. I'm not even gifted, really. I mean, I have gifts, but these are things that all come from God and through me. And it's like I was expressing to my good friend today, I said, my mother, you know, she taught me, she raised me with certain morals and certain standards, but, you know, like any kid, when I was out there with my friends, you know, I cut up, I wilded out, acted up, amongst people whose mothers may not have taught them the same ideals. But every time I acted up, it was like my mother was always right there. She was always there, like, Lauryn, I see you and you know better. You know, and I got in trouble, and that is how my Father in heaven responds to me. Listen, I told you don't do that. I told you don't do that. And I told you that you better have the courage because the kids, they may talk about you. They might say bad things about you, but you know, when you come home, what I have waiting for you, if you do what I tell you to, and also what I have waiting for you if you don't. So that's enough for me. You know, that's enough for me. I have reached a place, and I'm telling you, I'm so blessed to have reached this place where, you know, 5 years ago, I was so thin-skinned. Whatever anybody said would just, oh my God, they don't like this rhyme, and oh, my songs, and oh, you know, and then one day I woke up, and it was like my skin was just, it was so thick, it was impenetrable by those fiery darts. They just had no effect, and I realized that was a strength and a confidence that only came from a house. And you know, we have to be determined, and you have to know that for me now, I'm learning that it's more important to be righteous than to be right. I've tried to be right. You know, this is right. This is an injustice. This is a travesty. I'm right. But I've been very unrighteous and still right. Oh my God, you know, because you can attack someone completely right, but it doesn't resolve anything. You know, it doesn't solve your problem. So I understand now that the battlefield and that the war is so much greater than what we see before us. You know, I live in this physical body. This is like my address, like 22 Eden Terrace. I just gave everybody my address. That's my address. Fight me, no. But this is where I live. You know, but there's something much deeper. Who I am, you know, has nothing to do with, you know, the hair and shoes and stuff, even though I like shoes. But, you know, it has nothing to do with that. So you know, and what I do, I mean, I find there's a lot of power in prayer. So I pray for the people who don't understand me. And I tell you, to be honest with you, I pray more now to be understood No, excuse me, to understand than to be understood. I pray now to learn her love.
You see myself as a revolutionary who don't have no help and not take no bribe from no one to fight with singer and with music. Rasta is the future. See? Yes.
The whole concept of success to me is a little bit warped. Because what are you being successful at in your house trap? That's not successfully living. You know, I don't buy into that whole concept of success, that I have this mountain with this moat around it and then I get into my, my big car and, and drive to my